Hello and welcome back to another session of Late Night Games. I'm your host Paul, and tonight we are playing Knights of the Old Republic 2. Where we left off, we were in a room filled with pods, square-looking tanks, where I had awakened and fallen into the middle of a circular sphere. This is going to be our first time taking control of our actual Jedi character, as the previous episode was the prologue in which we are controlling a little T3M4 protocol droid, who saved the day, thankfully, because he is awesome. We don't know what's happened to this droid, all we know is we've woken up here, so without further ado, let's get started. Immersion in KOTOR tanks can heal most wounds. You have lost vitality points during your explorations. Return here to the medical bay and use your empty KOTOR tank behind you to heal your wounds. Nice. Door open. Morgue door. What can I do with the door to the morgue? Can I hack it? Impossible. Impossible. What about this door? A medical bay container. Two med packs. I like med packs. Med packs make me healthy. Access medical logs. Access log 253-12, 3 days ago.
Still examining the survivors of the damaged freighter. Looks like it goes by the name of the Ebon Hawk. Only one survivor, placed in the KOTOR tank for recovery. The carbon scoring on the vessel suggested it was in a battle, but no indication of who fired on it. Couldn't get much from the Nava computer. I'm surprised the ship was able to make it inside the Paragus asteroid field without the asteroid drift charts. Aside from the lone survivor, we recovered an old woman. No life signs. There was also a protocol droid and a utility droid on board. Sent both down to maintenance while security sorts through the other items on the ship. It looks like the utility droid, a T3 unit, was able to get the ship working enough to get to the colony. We're prepared to... Could be a Jedi. But we won't know for sure until we get the transmission back from the Republic. If the survivor is a Jedi, that would account for the recovery rate. But I'm more concerned that a Jedi here may cause trouble. Some of the miners, especially KOTOR, are already another accident today. A detonation in the ventilation tunnels. If the lockdown measures hadn't activated, the whole facility would have been destroyed. Got most of the injured to the KOTOR tanks in time, but the rest had to go to the morgue. One of the wounded said a droid caused the accident, but we couldn't get any specifics. Minors about the Jedi. A number of the droids have been acting oddly, and not even memory wipes seem to be fixing the problem. There was a detonation in another one of the fuel vents the droids were working in. We deactivated several of them, and moved them down to maintenance. But we're still treating the plasma burns. That cuts us down to almost half shifts, and with the droids malfunctioning, we may not make the Telos shipment for this month. Fortunately, the detonation didn't cause a lockdown.
Warning. There has been a fuel detonation in the mining tunnel. Emergency lockdown commencing. All personnel report to quarters and prepare for emergency venting countermeasures.
No! If the ventilation systems are malfunctioning, evacuate the medical bay. Everyone evacuate.
Alright, so it sounds like these past 3 days have been pretty shitty. I recovered the other 4 deceased. Patient treatment. A lethal dose of sedatives administered to all the tanks, including number 3. There's no record of who ordered the treatment. Not enough spikes to perform the slice. So, someone tried to kill us all, and it killed all but me. Me being a Jedi, survived it. Emergency lockdown. Let's unlock the medical storage room. And let's unlock the door to the morgue. And let's check patient treatment. The medical logs I already watched. Alright, that's about it. Let's check out the morgue, see what we're dealing with here. Corpse. Who had a plasma torch. And there's the dead old woman. Not quite so dead.
Find what you're looking for amongst the dead?
Your voice. I heard it as I floated in the Kolto tank.
Yes, I had hoped as much. I slept here too long and could not awaken. It may be I reached out unconsciously, and your mind must have been a willing one. Or perhaps you have been trained for such things.
So you can touch minds and feign death. Who are
I'm
you?
Kreia, and I am your rescuer, as you are mine. Tell me, do you recall what happened?
Last thing I was on board, last thing I remember, I was on board a Republic ship, the Harbinger. What happened to it?
Your ship was attacked. You were the only survivor. A result of your Jedi training, no doubt.
I am no longer a member of the Jedi Order. How do you know I was a Jedi? How do you know I was a Jedi?
Your stance, your walk tells me you are a Jedi. Your walk is heavy. You carry something that weighs you down.
The Jedi Order and I have a troubled history.
So it would seem. Keep your past and let us focus on the now.
Very well. How do we get out of here?
I do not know. I was removed from the events of the world as I slept. A survey of the surroundings may provide the answers we seek. The ship we arrived in, the Ebon Hawk, must still be in this place. We should recover it and leave.
We? Why do you think we are together in this?
We were attacked once, and I fear our attackers will not give up the hunt so easily. Without transport, weapons, and information, they will find us easy prey indeed.
You seem nervous. Worried. Is something
Even
wrong?
as I slept, I felt much unrest here. I saw strange visions, minds colored with fear. Now, everything here feels terribly silent. A last word of caution. I would find out as much as you can about this place quickly. I fear we will need to depart as suddenly as we arrived.
Is there anything else I should keep an eye out for?
You may wish to extend your search to some clothes, if only for proper first impressions.
The patients in the medbay were killed by a lethal dose of sedatives. Any idea how it happened?
I do not know. Why did they spare you?
They didn't. I got the same dose, but survived.
Indeed, a Jedi trance could protect one from such poisons. In fact, the sedatives may have been intended to keep you unconscious for some time. It would prove lethal to those untrained in such techniques, however. Most curious.
You sure know a lot about Jedi techniques.
And so do you. Perhaps we could discuss it at length later on. Now we have other concerns, among them finding our new enemy.
I'll return soon to make sure you're all right.
I leave you to the explorations of this place. Here I will remain and attempt to center myself.
I have gained light side points. You have taken your first steps on the path to the light side. Heroic acts and charitable responses to others will elevate you further, bringing you more in touch with the light side of the Force and its higher mysteries. Cruel or selfish acts will reverse this, causing you to fall to the dark side. Any door that can be bashed open can be cut through more easily with lightsaber construction tools, such as a plasma torch, which I have. To bash open this door, equip a plasma torch on the equip screen, then select bash. Equip screen. Okay, close. Bashy bashy.
Lockdown is in effect. Turbulence. Emergency lockdown overridden.
Corpse. A vibro cutter. Normally a mining tool, the vibro cutter doubles as an effective melee weapon, really give an attacker a large bonus to attack against enemies using ranged weapons. Equip the vibro cutter in your other weapon slot and switch between the plasma torch when you need to cut open a container or door. Alright, so what does it mean by config 2? So I will throw it in my right hand on my second. And is there a key to quick switch? Aha, what was that? H. So H changes what weapon I have equipped. Broken droid. Droid optimized interface. Thank you. Nothing in that corpse. Door. Enemy sighted. I will engage in close combat. And I will attack him. And I will power attack you. Ooh, that was kind of cool looking. I was all like, flippy slash. Because, you know, flipping apparently makes you slash better. It makes sense. I mean, he's a Jedi. Yoda slashes very well, and he does lots of flippings. Cue up the attacks. Attack. Beautiful. Glad these things have worse aim than stormtroopers. Door open. Broken droid. I heard something.
This is the exit, but it is sealed. Strange. In my visions, it was open.
It's odd that this emergency hatch hasn't opened considering the circumstances. There may be an way to open it if you get access to a terminal. Ah, the security desk.
Is this thing on? Alright, all hands, especially you, KOTOR. Listen up, because I'm not gonna say this again. The next one of you Juma heads to try and smuggle a blaster, or so help me, any sort of military-grade frag weapons into my facility is gonna take a long walk out the airlock. Why? Because in case you forgot, Haragian fuel explodes at high temperatures. That's what blasted that chunk out of Paragus 2 and created this asteroid field.
Right.
So if I catch any of you with anything other than sonic charges or mining lasers, I'll burn you and your contract. Security out.
Security appears to have not been very, pleased.
I installed an override switch to shut down any droids on this level, just in case someone locks me out of the administration console. As added insurance, I tied the override switch into the circuit to the holding cell door. It'll make sure it can only be opened if all droids in the level are shut down. I doubt KOTOR or any of his men have the skill to pull off something like this, but I'm not taking any chances while we're sitting in the middle of this asteroid minefield. Whoever's responsible won't be able to have the droids rescue him after I lock him up. Nothing will cut through that door. He'll be trapped.
Good to know. Emergency hatch to mining tunnels. Holding cells are still open. Ooh! There's someone in there. Not seeing anything I can use here. Oh, blockers. Blockers are good.
Be careful. There is much energy in the room beyond, yet it stems from nothing that lives.
Which means...
Can you not sense them? Reach out. Cast aside your sight. Cast aside what you see. And instead, reach out with your perceptions.
Droids. Lots of them.
Ah, you can feel them. The droids you cannot perceive, but the small oscillations of energy, that you can feel, echoing outwards.
With Kriya's help, you gain passive precognition power. When this power is triggered, you should save your game. Okay. That being said, I'm gonna save the game. I'm going to use an ion grenade on you, and then I'm going to attack you and attack you.
You hear it. It is faint, but it is there.
I feel strange, like the sedatives are wearing off.
It is the Force, you feel. It has not been so long as for you to forget.
But it doesn't feel like it did. It feels like it's coming from across a great distance.
Do not turn away from it. Listen. Feel it echoing within you. Come. I shall guide you down the familiar paths. We will need it if we are to survive and escape this place.
Gaining experience will slowly reestablish your connection to the Force. Go up to the level up screen and choose your Force abilities. Because I just leveled up. Attacking this. More ion grenades, which was very useful, by the way. Alright, I'll have to equip that item, so let's equip a stealth field generator, which allows me to use the stealth skill. That's my party. Skills. I have a level up. Level up. You've been granted Force Sensitive and Unarmed Specialist. I also have 5 points to place into my skills. I'm going to place 1 in each of these, 1 into security, 1 into computer use, and 1 into stealth. I also can add some force powers. There are none that I... Oh! When using this power is activated, the Jedi is temporarily granted a +2 bonus to defense and all saving throws. Burst of Speed. Movement speed is doubled and 2 defenses gained. Force Valor increases physical attributes and saving throws. Energy Resistance. Affect Mind, Stun, Wound, Stun Droid, Slow, Fear, Force Push. I'm going to do Force Push, because everyone loves a good Force Push. Awesome. And let's open the door. Door. Force push. And then I'll attack him. Not that that did anything. That was cool. I rather like that. I'm gonna have to keep force pushing. Ooh! Force push. Closing to attack range. Power attack. I swear I felt another person shooting at me. I sensed it. Combat mode engaged. Going for a power attack. Yeah! My force power is depleted. So I'll just go with a power attack. And I know there are still droids active because this is the holding cell, which doesn't deactivate until all the droids are down.
Beyond this door, someone yet lives. Be mindful. His thoughts are difficult to
Is this
read.
the Han Solo to my Luke Skywalker? I
But
think
you
so.
have nothing to fear from this one, and he might yet prove useful.
We will rescue him. That will be our goal of this mission. Once he is rescued, we'll call it a day. But we are rescuing that bastard. Don't worry, I won't leave you.
Emergency
Possible.
lockdown is in effect. Turbolifts have...
Don't care about turbo lifts. I'm on lookout for Mr. Droidy McDroider. Combat mode engaged. Slashy, slashy. Whoa. He survived. Hyper attack. Haha. I think that's it for the droids on this level. Nope, there still must be more. There's gotta be a way to open it. Is there maybe a droid down here? Yes! Hyper attack! Hiya! What's this? Emergency supplies. A med pack. Oh, I'll take that. Administration computer. Enter code to cancel lockdown. Look for the control override switch. You have found it. Do you wish to activate it? Log out. Right, because when I was watching that other guy's videos, he mentioned there being a switch, so I knew to look for it. Haha! Glad I read everything.
Nice outfit. What, you miners change regulation uniform while I've been in here?
You got a name, or just
Atten.
a big mouth?
Atten Rand. Excuse me if I don't shake hands. The field only causes mild electrical burns.
Care to explain why you're locked out?
Security claimed I violated some trumped-up regulation or another. Take it up with them if you want. But they stopped listening to me shortly before they stopped feeding me. Now that's criminal.
The facility's deserted. What happened?
You mean before or after that Jedi showed up? Either way, it's a real short story. You see, this Jedi shows up, and you know what that means. Where there's one Jedi, the Republic will soon be crawling up your ion engine in no time. But the story gets better. See, some of the miners get it into their ferrocrete skulls that since the Jedi's unconscious, they can collect the bounty the exchange has posted for live Jedi. Well, what passes for the law here didn't like that idea. So the two groups started fighting.
Then there was some big explosion, and then I was sitting here for a long time, waiting for some half-naked miner to show up and ask a bunch of questions.
There's a bounty on captured Jedi? Why?
Don't know much about it. Maybe the Exchange wants one as a trophy, or somebody's got something against Jedi and is looking to collect. Not many Jedi left. Wouldn't surprise me if the bounty's pretty high.
Not many Jedi left. What happened to them?
The ones that weren't killed in the Jedi Civil War ended up switching off the lightsabers long ago. Word is there's not even a Jedi Council anymore, but who knows?
I had heard rumors of a war, but a war between Jedi?
Yeah, Revan, Malak, and the Jedi that went to join them in the Mandalorian Wars. They turned against the other Jedi and had a scrap that almost laid waste to the galaxy. Where have you been?
I've been away since the Mandalorian Wars.
Well, I wasn't there, but like all Sith, Revan and Malak turned on each other. After they turned on the Jedi, of course.
The rumors I heard said Revan defeated Malak, then went to Korriban to unite the Sith against the Republic.
Well, that was the story. But whatever happened there must not have lasted. Oh, there was some big civil war on Korriban. Knocked that academy to the ground. Looks like Revan's Grand Crusade finally consumed her.
How long have you been in that cage? Revan was a man, not a woman.
Maybe you're right. Maybe I just hoped Revan was a woman.
This discussion on about Revan is pointless. I need to know what happened here.
Look, no offense or anything, but your weird half-naked interrogation isn't my idea. Hey, wait a minute. You're that Jedi the miners were talking about. Where is everybody?
Stop playing dumb. You must have seen what took place.
From my beautiful view in the security cage? Look, I heard some explosions, some emergency alarms, some toxic gas pouring out of the vents. Maybe none of them survived whatever happened. And if they're all gone... Look, hey, let me out and I can help you. I can. I've gotten out of trouble countless times.
Tell me your plan and we can go from there.
This facility isn't a military installation, which means we may have a chance. You shut down the cell security field and I can reroute the emergency system so we can get to the hangars. We grab a ship and then we fly out of here.
One thing first, the patients in the medical bay were killed with a lethal dose of sedatives. Know anything about that?
Huh? What are you talking about?
Nothing. I trust you. Let me just get you out of that cage and we can work together. I'll get you out of this mess.
Great. Now to business. Let's get to the command console.
Alright, let's go.
Alright, here we are. Now this console is set on automatic hail. You may have heard it when you came in. The asteroid drift charts are constantly being updated, so it sends out a transmission to incoming vessels so they don't get crushed into space dust. The hail warns them to keep their distance until orbital drift charts are transmitted, and then provides docking instructions to incoming ships, usually freighters. Thing is, you can bounce that same transmission back to the comm here, and suddenly you've got access to the communication system from the inside. Pure Bazak. The console's ours. Now, all we need to do is reactivate the turbo lifts, cancel the emergency lockdown, and... Hey!
Sounds like you're about to tell me something I don't want to hear.
This system's been severed from the main hub, after it was locked down from remote. You can't even reroute the system, it's been cut clean.
That wouldn't be a standard procedure in an emergency lockdown.
No. Someone tried to lock down this whole level tight. Leave us here. Trapped.
There must be some way to end the lockdown from here.
I doubt it. All we have is communications back. For all the good trying to shout in a vacuum will do us.
Let's see if we can try and reach someone on the comm.
Be my guest. Not much else we can do. The comm's all yours.
And that's where we're going to end it today, folks. Thank you again for tuning in to this episode of Late Night Games. Join us next time as we try to use this comm signal, and I work with my new little dude to try and save the day. Oh, quickly before we go, I will... Do I have the ability to change... Oh, nope, he's not actually part of my party yet. Yeah. Okay, so I can't act... Oh, can I do it in V mode? No, I also can't do that. So there's no way to...
Found anything?
equip him. I was going to give him the pistol, because he looks like a guy who can handle a blaster, considering he's got a holster on his hip. And he's dressed a little better than me in my pajamas. But, as I was saying, tune in next time as we continue on our escape from this mining vessel. Make sure to check us out on Facebook and Twitter to keep up to date on all our future releases. Subscribe to this channel so you can be notified of everything that we do. And, of course, leave any comments you have down in the comments section below. Like this video if you enjoy what you see, and check us out next time. Thanks for tuning in.